Привет! Меня зовут Даша, я преподаватель по английскому языку. Я живу в городе Калуга. Это небольшой город недалеко от Москвы. И сегодня мы вместе с вами отправимся в путешествие в одно из самых знаменитейших мест нашего города. Кстати, дальше мой рассказ пойдет на английском. Ну что, поехали? By the way, we live in our private house. That's why we are going to a bus station right now with you. So, let's go! Today it's so cold. You know, today is a really cold day. I think that the temperature is maybe about 20 degrees below zero. It's really cold. But I hate winter really. But here you can see really so beautiful and really amazing landscapes. Look at them, please. But we are going, so let's go. Oh, it's our bus and we are going to our final stop. Our city is famous for one the greatest scientist, Konstantin Eduardovich Tsiolkovsky, who lives in our city the main part of his life. By the way, you know that our city is named the cradle of cosmonautics as well. So, and now we are headed to the Tsiolkovsky Park. We are headed to the crucial memorial in this park. So, let's go. It's not an ordinary monument because it's the Tsiolkovsky's place of burial. You know, the most interesting fact that the height of this monument is about 12 meters. Look at this. I want to say that this park is divided to two different parts. And now I want to show you a new part of this park. There are a lot of different and interesting monuments. The territory of the park is really enormous. People can walk and explore the monuments there. In summer, you can ride a bicycle, enjoy a fountain, and look at Kaluga Sea as well. You can find here different kinds of monuments such as the cruise missile meteorite M and one-stage intermediate range silo-based ballistic missile. So, behind me, there you can see the old building of museum, and there is a new one, and today I'm gonna show you the old one and the new one too. Let's go together. The rocket Vostok is one of the main symbols of Kaluga. It's not a copy of the main rocket, it's a real counterpart of it. This one was ready for a Gagarin's flight in a case of an emergency. So, if we stare down, it seems that it's a real launch facility, absolutely. And we can imagine that this rocket is going to fly and that the flame is appearing right now. This is an art object space station, 108 minutes. It's a time that Gagarin spent in space in 1961. Therefore, this art object was presented in honor of this great event. A space station is a spacecraft capable of supporting a human crew in orbit for an extended period of time, and is, therefore, a type of space habitat. Salyut 1 was the world's first space station launched into low Earth orbit by the Soviet Union. Launch was planned for the 12th of April to coincide with the 10th anniversary of Yuri Gagarin's flight on Vostok 1, but technical problems delayed it until the 19th of April. The space station environment presents a variety of challenges to human habitability, including short-term problems such as the limited supplies of air, water, and food, and the need to manage waste heat, and long-term ones such as weightlessness and relatively high levels of ionizing radiation. Right now we are going to visit Kaluga State Museum of Cosmonautics, and I offer you to go with me. So, let's go.
Спасибо. Один на два.
Один, да? Спасибо большое.
Наверное, на лестнице тоже.
We are headed to our museum. Let's go. The exposition of the museum consists of two parts. The first part is dedicated to the ideas and research of Tsiolkovsky and shows a model of the rocket designed by Tsiolkovsky as well as copies of his scientific work. The second part contains mock-ups of spacecraft like Sputnik 1 and samples of moon dust. We are at the old part of museum right now. Despite of the fact that it's over 50 years, you can find some interactive platforms where you can observe the mock-up of our planet and you can read some information about satellites. The exhibits can be explored by yourself or by guide, and also you may listen to the whole history of space through an audio guide. The Rhine original of Vostok 5 spacecraft descent module. The spacecraft was piloted by cosmonaut Valery Fedorovich Bykovsky on the 14th of June 1963. The building of museum is really enormous. There are some rocket engines, mock-ups of real rockets, and a lot of photos that remind us of the heroes of the Soviet Union. By the way, there are some photos of famous and crucial people in this part of the museum. The first one is Sergei Pavlovich Korolev, was the Soviet scientist and rocket engineer. Although Korolev trained as an aircraft designer, his greatest strengths proved to be in design integration, organization, and strategic planning. He directed the Soviet space program and was made a member of Soviet Academy of Sciences. overseeing the early successes of the Sputnik and Vostok projects, including the first human Earth orbit mission by Yuri Gagarin on the 12th of April 1961. Moreover, we have found the current model of the Tsiolkovsky space-manned rocket. It is made on the basis of descriptions and a schematic drawing of the scientist. So, the building of museum is really amazing. I can say even stylish because there are a lot of cosmonautic equipment which worked in the real universe. That's amazing, absolutely.
Земля в иллюминаторе, земля в иллюминаторе видна. Как сын грустит о матери, как сын грустит о матери, грустим мы о земле, она одна. А звезды тем не менее, а звезды тем не менее, чуть ближе, но все так же холодны. И как в часы затмения, и как в часы затмения, ждем света и земные видим сны. И снится нам не рокот космодрома, не эта ледяная синева.
The museum is really spacious and you can discover any equipment so easy. The new part of the museum is really fascinating. For instance, there is a model of the launch site number 1, Gagarin's Star. It's the launch site at the Baikonur Cosmodrome that was used as a launch pad for the world's first human space flight, made by pilot cosmonaut Yuri Alexeyevich Gagarin on board the Vostok 1 spacecraft on the 12th of April 1961. A total of 519 launches have been performed during the site's operation. The new museum complex began to receive visitors on the 17th of April 2021. The area of the complex is about 12,000 square meters. The central part of the museum is occupied by the exposition Rockets, Ships, People. It's more than 500 objects describing key space exploration programs, including original models of rockets and space equipment. There are huge screens in this museum, where you can find some planets and constellations. Look at them, please. Wow, look at this! We have found a mock-up of a core unit of the space station Mir, which is not closed to visitors. going across this bridge, you can see really any exhibit of this museum.
Утверждают космонавты и мечтатели, что на Марсе будут яблони цвести. Утверждают космонавты и мечтатели, что на Марсе будут яблони.
There are some multimedia devices which allow visitors to control an astronaut in space, to prepare and launch a rocket, and to carry out the docking of the Soyuz spacecraft with the International Space Station. So, to sum up, I can say that comparing two buildings of this great museum, I can say that the new one is really the most interesting and the most fascinating for us, because there are a lot of interactive platforms that you can see, you can move them, you can touch them too. Also, you can find here, I don't know, souvenir shop, cafe, concert hall, and etc. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy our today trip, and thank you so much for your love and support. Let's stay in touch here and also on my Telegram channel. Bye bye!